Hi everyone, welcome to Country Critter Homestead Farming on Budget. Well, this is video 2 for today, but I wanted to show you guys the progress we made today. We didn't get as far as we wanted because
we're having to do a patch job
because it was getting late, we were getting hungry, and Scott's got to work tomorrow. Plus, he still had to take the mobile home mover back to the yard. So, we did not get this wall finished like we wanted. So what we're doing at the moment, we're just taking some tarps, putting over the opening, that way in case it rains or something, it's not going to get real soaked in here. So, as you can see, we got a big pile of trash right here, that will go in the dump trailer. This corner that had that big old tree in it, we took it out. I swept the floors up in here as much as I could. And we're just doing things little by little. Regardless whether this trailer is ready in 2 weeks, we have to be in it. So we might be doing a little bit of off-grid stuff until we can get it in place and get it hooked up to electricity and water. But we do have a water hose that we can get water from if we need to. And we have extension cords where we can run to electricity if we need to, like to run the ice box, our freezer, and stuff like that. We do have 2 little butane burners we can cook on, so it's not like we won't have a way of cooking. We do have that, but it's just getting things done. I did get in here in this bathroom, and I've been working on it, but I got tired, y'all. I got really tired. But tomorrow the goal is to get that carpet out of the back bedroom back there, and finish getting the trash out of the front room, so we can start moving stuff over here. Because what do you guys got? Hey,
What?
they got a dried up lizard in here.
Let them have their treat.
The kittens already finding their own treats. But
I mean, they got my pup phones earlier.
But we'll make it work. Somehow we will make it work. It's just gonna be slow going. There is some pros and cons. The cons, I guess it is a pro, is it's hot. It's summertime, so we don't have to worry about it being really, really cold and trying to stay in here. But as far as the con, it is hot, and we won't have no air conditioning, except for maybe the back bedroom. If we can get a air conditioner in there and run a extension cord to it, we can have air conditioning in there. But it's going to be slow going, but hopefully with us having to live in here, because we won't have a choice, it will give us the motivation we need to get off our butts and get this thing going and get it where it needs to be. We always feel like we're getting knocked down in life. It's like we do really good for a little bit, then it's like we get knocked back down, and we have to pick ourselves back up and figure it out and just keep going. And right now that's what we're doing. We're just pulling ourselves back up, and we're doing the best that we can with what we have. One of the reasons we have to be in this thing in 2 weeks is because the buildings, we were so far behind on the buildings because we were having such a hard time financially that they're coming to get the buildings. There's no way we could catch up on those payments like they are. And to be honest, I'm ready for something bigger. I'm ready for something that's got room to it. We thought that the buildings would be a good idea and it would be cost effective on us, but come to find out, hindsight's 2020, and these buildings are not cost effective. Because you still have to go in there and insulate them, run your electricity, put your flooring in, put your plumbing in, and it still costs a whole lot of money. So what we put into the building so far, we're going to rip all of that out, and we're going to use it either here in the trailer or we're going to use it in Steven's little house that he has, because his house is not insulated and it does not have electricity, and he needs both those things.
But this will come first.
But ours will come first. But
and it's not a setback. It's just a
stumbling block.
It's a small setback, but at a greater
advantage. I wouldn't say advantage. I would say at a greater interest,
potential.
maybe potential.
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. When we picked these up, if I had known what I know now,
the buildings,
we would have already redid the other trailer. Wiring, plumbing.
We got to remember, a lot of our viewers don't know about the other trailer.
But that's neither here nor there now. That trailer, it was somewhat of a nightmare. It was grounded. It wasn't. Half of it ran on extension cords. The other half ran on full power. Very dangerous situation. A lot of bad memories in that thing for her. And so this is a fresh start. We have very little knowledge of this trailer. I know that it needs some repair done to it, which we are addressing that, as you can tell from what I've already did over here. That was to assess the majority of what the damage was. There are some switches that are going to have to be switched out. As far as the wiring looks pretty decent.
And some paneling will have to be replaced.
Going to have to replace some of the paneling, fix the paneling in the ceiling. There's a couple soft spots. There's one by where the back door is. Gonna have
the
to
dining room.
Pull up that piece of flooring and replace it. And there's a spot right between the dining room and the kitchen that's got to be addressed too, and one by the back door.
In the bathroom, right there in front of the sinks, it's real soft and bowing.
Right against the wall right here. It's a little bit weak, but not bad. It'll just have to be addressed as we come on it. But the good thing is it's not winter. So I know the game plan I'm looking at. I know kind of where I'm at with what needs to be done. It's just the financial part of it right now. That's where it's.
That's what's hurting us.
It's hurting me because of the job I do. Because we are using our business for my job because it's the way the
client
wants to be right now, and he's kind of trying to dispute a payment for last week. I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to mention any names because I want to keep business and personal. And right now this is personal and that's business. This is to get us something to live in. Once we get this fixed and these buildings are out of the way, this will actually get moved over and reset, and then it will be completely set on the floor, and then we'll run the plumbing as we need to and the electric for what we need for electric. Like, we're going to put a heat pump in this window here.
If it works.
If it still works, I need to take it in and test it.
Where are you going to take it in at?
Right there where the dryer's at.
Well, you said the plug was, yeah.
I don't have a plug for it right now, so. But I'm hoping it still works.
Go see if that plug that's in the blue trailer would work. It was in the bathroom. There's like so many things between the blue trailer we had got the green trailer that we had got from my uncle a couple years ago. I really don't think there's really much use in the green trailer except maybe the flooring, and that's it. Because it was plywood, and I think there's still a few. Well,
get out of there.
I think it's still a few good pieces in there. I'm not sure. At some point, we're gonna get all of our furniture.
So hold on here. So just so you know, we have.
You interrupted what I was saying.
I'm
That
sorry.
is rude when I'm doing a video.
Excuse me. Sorry. Trying to tell them about.
I know, but when I'm trying to explain something,
mice that we have in the events.
I'll show them in a minute.
Well,
But
you might be
anyway,
gone by then.
we have a kitten that's playing in the what do you call it? The air conditioning
yeah.
dudding. That stuff that goes underneath the trailer. Ducking, yeah. But anyway, I think the flooring in the trailer my uncle got will work.
That's what you call a cat duck. What are you doing?
Kitty, 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 kitty.
What are you doing?
These kittens go everywhere. They even find their ways inside the tiny house through the kitchen, underneath the sink. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I think there's some flooring in the green trailer that might still be good. I'm hoping, because lumber is so expensive and we don't really have the money to spend on a lot right now. So I'm hoping there's some good pieces. But we got a lot of our furniture in the green trailer because we were using it as a storage building. But the outside of that green trailer is like falling off. So it's really important that we get our furniture out of there as soon as possible. Like my mail center, and I think we got some end tables in there. I've got boxes of stuff that's still in there, like my family pictures and stuff. So it's really important that, we get everything out of there and into here, or maybe moved over to the other one. And so we can go ahead and tear that thing down, cut the frame up, take it to scrap. That is a goal. That's a very big goal of ours. It's been a big goal of ours for like the last 6 years, is to get this place cleaned up and get it looking decent, or don't look like a scrapyard. But it takes time when you're on limited income.
What?
But just pray for us.
What are you doing?
We don't take things for granted. We know everything comes in God's time, not our time. And a lot of times we don't have the patience. Patience is not one of my greatest traits. I want everything done now. But I'm having to learn that it don't always work that way. That it's His time, not our time. And so we will do as He wants and make the best of it as we can.
Only do so much in a day.
This trailer house, we have found some really cool things in this trailer house. And like, we found this little nightstand type thing that I'm going to repaint. And
we found a couple bad things in here.
Yes, this house, I don't know if it had a squatter in it or what, because we found a sleeping bag and some blankets and stuff. But we found some needles, like drug needles, and we had just found some really weird things in this house. But
we're gonna get it. We got it taken care of, and we're gonna get this taken care of, and this will be our house. This will be our home, and we won't owe anything on it. There's $0, so everything we do to it
it's an investment
at our leisure and at our cost. But do us a favor. If you have a color that you have in mind, please leave a comment to what you think we might want to, what kind of color you think we should paint. Because Because it's kind of hard when you go to the Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's. You know, they got that huge wall of nothing but paint samples on paper.
Well, we have that 5-gallon bucket of that rose-colored stuff that we used when we had the rental trailer.
Yeah, but you want to put that in here?
Well, I was actually thinking about putting it in like my office area because it's got that purple bluish stuff in there, and blue is really depressing for me. I don't know what it is. I cannot stand the color blue on walls. It just depresses me. But I do have a 5-gallon bucket of a light rose colored paint that I'm gonna do my office in, and maybe the bathroom. I like a yellow kitchen. I think yellow brightens up a kitchen. And so I was thinking of doing the kitchen in like a yellow color. Do you think maybe a light yellow color or maybe like a brighter yellow color? Just to, bring more light in. I don't know. Let me know. The living room, I'm not quite sure what to do with this living room because it has paneling on the wall. And some of this paneling is going to have to come down and be put back up with new paneling. And everybody does white walls. Everybody does white walls. I don't mind white walls, but you have to clean them so much. These walls will definitely have to be washed down. They will definitely have to be washed down. And
Would you please
Steven.
stop?
But, yeah, what color do you think we should do our living room? This wall that's behind me is going to have an entertainment center against it. And, it's going to be housing our TV. And, we have our big couch, reclining couch, that I'm trying to figure out where to put that in here. So that we will be able to see the TV. I don't know. I think when Scott rebuilds that wall over there, at some point we might do like a.
Maybe just close that in and just say the heck with the door.
We just might. Yeah, it's just probably easier just to close that wall in. I think instead of trying to put a door in, just close it off because we have the back door and the kitchen door. The only thing is, if something happens, we can't get to the backyard without going around the house.
Just had to blow my bubble.
I'm good at blowing bubbles. But, quit you too. But, I don't know. I'm really anxious to get everything in here and get it all situated. Get the pictures up on the wall. Get the shelves up. Get the knickknacks out. And make it a home. Scott and I will be married 4 years on the 22nd of this month. And,
This is house number 4.
is it a house number 4?
1, 2, 3. Sasha! No!
Sasha chasing the kittens.
Well, the green trailer.
No, I'm talking about actual homes.
That's what I'm talking about. We started off with a 30-footer. Right there. That was number 1. After the big trailer got tore down.
I started off with a 30-footer because
Okay.
you had left.
Well, we both did, and then regardless of what, we started out with that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went to the green trailer.
But we never did really do
We
nothing
never
to
did
it.
anything to it. Then
So it
went
don't
to
count.
the buildings. Then it went to that blue trailer.
No, we went to Iowa.
Or we went to Iowa.
Then we came back.
I'm talking about housing we had out here.
Oh.
This is number 4. There's 3 sitting over there.
Yeah, we have tried multiple times to have something out here, and it's never really worked, especially if we have to pay on it. And when we were living in the 30-footer, we got the 30-footer for $300. Steven had paid for it, and it needed a floor and everything in the kitchen, and the living room area, and it needed insulation in the back bedroom because it didn't have any, and it didn't have a kitchen counter or nothing in it. So Steven worked and got that where we could live in it, and then Scott and I stayed in it for a little bit, and then he went to Iowa. I went a few months later to Iowa. We were there for a year, then we came back, and I think we were staying in the 30-footer when we came back, weren't we? I think we were staying in the 30-footer when we came back, and then we decided to...
Yeah, because it was sitting right here.
Then we decided to move into town, because
Sasha?
An old house I used to live in would come up available, and we could take our animals, all our goats and stuff. So we had moved into town, but that turned into be a money pit because we were taking all of our money to redo this guy's trailer house because he didn't want to pay for nothing. And then the electricity kept sparking really bad at the pole, and the lights were always flickering, and I could always smell stuff burning. And then one night I was in the living room, I could smell something burning, and I went into my bedroom, and one of the plugs in the bedroom was catching fire. So I decided, you know what, we need to get out of here, like, really quick. So I looked into these buildings, and I thought, you know, we can live in these buildings, you know. It won't be such a bad deal. We can do it. So we got these 2 buildings, and it was winter time, and there's no electricity, no water or nothing, and all I did was put a tent and the buildings with an air up mattress and a little heater, and I cooked on a camp stove, and I ran an extension cord in for a little refrigerator, and that's how we did it. And then when Scott came in off the road, we just moved everything back out here. But we were running into problems because Scott was an owner-operator, and there were weeks where he would just get 0 on his paychecks because he was buying his truck, and he was making enough to pay for his truck, pay for his fuel. That was it. There was weeks there wasn't nothing, so we got behind on the buildings. And we finally got him caught up to the point where we thought we were okay. And then we got knocked down again, and we got behind again. And that's where we're at now. And we're just to the point where we can't catch up. So we decided to do something different. And I was online one day, and I saw that blue trailer over there. They were giving it away for free. So we went and looked at it. And at first, we didn't see anything really majorly wrong with it. But you know how they always say you can't judge a book by its cover? Well, this was that case. We didn't see anything wrong with it until we started digging into it. And then we found out that some of the wood in the frame was rotted. The electricity was completely bad. It had burn spots in it. There was holes in the roof that they had covered up by sheetrock and stuff, which we can take the sheetrock out of that one and use in here. I just thought of that. But you know, it was just, I didn't feel comfortable in that house. He didn't feel comfortable in that one. So I was sitting on Facebook Marketplace one day, and I saw this one. It said free trailer house, and it looked a lot bigger than the other one. I was like, And Scott was going out of town on a run, and I said, and he said, we'll go look at it tomorrow. Well, I didn't want to wait until the next day. So I told the guy, I said, can I go look at it? He's like, yeah. He told me, where's that? And me and my cousin loaded up, and we went and looked at it. And when I walked into it, I was like, this is it. You know how you have that feeling, this is it? This was it. And I took a video of everything, and I sent it to Scott, and I was like, let me know if you want it. And I couldn't even wait for him to tell me yes or no. I just texted the guy and said, we'll take it. And so when Scott came in, we went and looked at it the next day, and I asked the guy, so why do you think this house isn't livable? And he's like, well, because that tree that was behind it, when that storm hit, that tree had fell into the wall. And when I went and did the first walk around, I didn't really notice the wall. It didn't look that bad on the inside. And when me and Scott went to look at it, I kind of, told him what was the guy said, and we looked and we saw it. And Scott said, "Oh, I can fix that, no problem." And then, it had some broken windows and stuff in it, and which plexiglass can fix all of that.
Which we got replacement windows.
Yeah, and we have replacement windows. So, the guy wanted it moved within a month, but we had it done in a week to a week and a half.
Not even that.
And Scott drives a mobile home mover. That's what his job is. He drives a truck that moves mobile homes and moves those sea containers, connexes, whatever you want to call them. That's what he does. That's what he's contracted out to do for this one client that isn't wanting to pay. So we just brought the mobile home mover home Friday night and moved this trailer Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. More like Saturday afternoon. And, that's how we got it here. But when I was going through this house today and I saw this wall, I started to feel down. I was like, oh no, something else to knock us down. And I had to just sit back here on this couch, and I just had to, think it's a setback. It's not a knockdown. It's a setback. I've lived in worse. I've literally lived in worse, y'all. I have lived in a house where there was no bathroom. We took showers by a water hose. We had no electricity whatsoever. I have literally lived in worse. So this is just a setback. And with God's grace and a whole lot of faith and a whole bunch of hope, we're going to get it done. And that's how we named 3 of our goats. When we got 3 of our goats, I was sitting outside one day looking. I was like, what am I going to name these girls? I have no idea. And it came to me, Grace, for the grace of God to start this farm. Hope, for the hope that everything's going to go okay. And faith, because it's going to take a whole lot of faith to start something brand new. And that's how we named the goats. And that's what we keep going on. Hope, faith, and grace. With those three things, we can accomplish anything. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Hope you guys have a blessed week. We are going to maybe work on this a little bit more before it gets dark, and then go inside and take some showers. Right now we're taking cold showers because our hot water heater went out. But it's summertime, so it's okay. But thank you for joining us. And if you guys would like to help, let me know and I will send you my Cash App. I don't want to just sit there and say do this. We're not begging for help.
But if you'd like to make a donation to help us with the cost of the repairs and whatever God puts on your heart, that's, we're not asking you to throw money out to us. I'm not about that.
A lot of YouTubers we're not.
I'm a very humble type person, and if I don't have to ask you, I'm not going to ask you. I will try to figure it out to the last minute where I just absolutely have no way of doing it, or I will do without. And I think Tammy is starting to see that in what my qualities are. Is if we don't have it, if I ain't got it here to use, and I don't have the money to go get it, it waits until we do have the money. My pickup, for a very good reason, I have neglected for the last 3 years. When it started running a little rough, I've neglected it. And it still runs. and it's still messed up. And guess what?
Still
I
driving
don't
it.
have the money to fix it right now. I probably won't have the money to fix it for a little while. But it still runs. I'm still able to get from point A to point B. And I'm thankful it's paid for. There's nothing owed on it. So it's got a free and clear title. And no, I'm not willing to sell it. Just so you know, I'm not willing to sell it now.
He gets off topic. But that's a show. But anyway,
Beat you, dog.
we're not like a lot of YouTubers out there that will put their Cash App information in their descriptions or their P.O. box or whatever. We don't have a P.O. box. And, you know, a lot of people are, you know, are like, well, where do you live at, you know, so we can send you something. Even if y'all sent it to my mailbox, with me living out in the country, it would stay at the post office until I went to pick it up. So, and I'm not really afraid of somebody coming out here to my property, because if FedEx can't find my house, nobody else on this is going to find my house. So I ain't worried about y'all having my address. I mean, FedEx.
Sylvia, quit chewing on the cord.
Did I say FedEx or FedEx? But anyway, they will always leave stuff up there close to my mom's house. They can never find my place because it's so far back here. But like he said, if you guys feel like God is on your heart to help us,
leading you to
help us, we would appreciate it.
Stretch out a helping hand.
Right now, it's just trying to find some way to get these 2x4s up and this wall done and fix these floors where they're soft at. And then those are the main things, I think. It's just those. Everything else we can work around. But anyway, is my Cash App Tammy Potter 19 or 2019?
I don't remember. It's on my phone.
I think it's 19.
She'll come back and edit this and then put it in there.
I don't edit. I never edit my videos. Y'all get everything raw. I don't ever edit my videos.
She'll edit enough to put the Cash App if that's how you guys want to do it.
Or you can do Scott Potter 70. That's his Cash App. Or I think mine is Tammy Potter 19.
I can't tell you because I didn't get it on me. It's in the house.
Either way, message me and I will get back with you on it. Because I'm not quite sure what it is.
And if you live within the San Angelo area and you feel that you have some extra material laying around that would be beneficial to us, by all means, we're always looking for fencing material to expand out the pins, to finish out expanding out. Let's go outside.
He wants to show you. Well, we're already working on 33 minutes. Ouch. We gotta find Patience and put her back in her pen.
The goal is to go from right here up to past the blue boat.
Way up there.
And fence that in off there and down this way.
And clean all this up right here.
This will all be cleaned up.
And we're going to have a fence coming right here in front.
The boats will be moved.
And then connect it to the end of that fence right there. That way this is all grazing area. At some point, that will be done and out of here. And then see the blue trailer behind it? That's our parts trailer. That's what we're using to fix parts on here. Like windows and floors and stuff.
And
sheetrock.
footer, as soon as we get it cleaned out, it will be up for sale for a deer lease, because it is only usable for that and that only.
If that, I wouldn't even think it'd be even that. I think it just needs to be hauled over some scales. But anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. We're gonna get a little bit more work done. I need to check on my babies, my little goats and my cow over here. I don't know if I showed you guys buckwheat in a while. He is growing so much. I had to walk with a cane now because I fell not too long ago and hurt my back. So my back's always hurting, but I just kind of jammed it up a little bit more. But let me show you Buckwheat. Remember, guys, he was brown. He was like a little brown color. Now he's turning black. Look. Buckwheat. Look. Hi. See my boy, guys? Look. This is my Buckwheat. Oh. Look at his face. He's turning black. He's about 4 months old now. He's getting big. See the other goats? What are you two doing out? No, she's already back in. I'm wondering how the boys got out. Escape artist. Alright, guys. Have a good night. We love you. God loves you. Keep the faith. We are. Talk to you later. Bye.